always interested in good monitors, and a company that makes great monitors is Flanders Scientific. We're here at BVE 2014 talking with Bram Desmet, who's the general manager. Bram, what are you showing?
So we're showcasing our CM250, and our CM250 is our brand new 24.5-inch OLED monitor. What's great about this unit is we do some very advanced things: 12-bit processing, 10-bit panel, wide color gamut. We can do a number of color spaces, including P3, Rec. 709, all the things you would typically use. And we also support just about any signal format you can throw at it. We do 2K all the way down to SD, 444, advanced things like XYZ for digital cinema. I mean, you name it, we can support it.
But why OLED? I mean, there's plasma, there's LED, there's OLED. Why do we care about how the picture's generated?
So OLED is unique in that it offers better contrast ratio than anything. It even beats CRTs. So while we offer some other products, we offer LCD-based products with fluorescent backlight, LED backlight, for different needs and purposes. For that ultimate kind of wow factor and that display that's going to look better than anything else, OLED will do that for you because of its amazing contrast ratio. And what that means for you is that when you show black on screen, it is pure black. There's no light emitted.
So is the CM250 new?
The CM250 was introduced at IBC in September, but what's interesting is that we just recently announced a significant price drop. So while this unit was originally $13,500 US, it's now $6,500 US, and it's really taking the market by storm.
When someone's trying to invest in buying a monitor, what criteria should they look at to decide which monitor is best for them?
So a couple of things that I always ask people to tell me is what their deliverables are. If you're doing nothing but broadcast television and everything's going out 8-bit, this is maybe overkill if you're just doing editing. Now if you're doing color grading, there's value in having that 10-bit monitor. If you're doing film out, there's a value in having this. If you're doing digital cinema, there's a value in having something like this. So it kind of depends on your application and on your budget, of course. And then the things you want to look for, again, professional inputs, does it support the formats you need it to support?
Now wait, you asked when it supports formats. What does that mean?
So, make sure a lot of people are working in 2K, and our monitor supports 2K, but there are some monitors on the market that only support HD and may not support a 2K signal. So things like that. Also, all of our monitors, while they're not 4K resolution, we now in beta have 4K support on our unit, so you can actually send it a 4K signal, it'll scale it to fit. So even in those applications where maybe once in a while you have a 4K project, our monitors will work with that.
Now you were talking about 8-bit and 10-bit and 12-bit. Why does the bit depth make a difference?
Well, so again, when you have 10-bit, basically you're going to have much smoother gradients, and where that comes into play, especially for digital cinema, is that your deliverables are actually 10 or 12-bit. And when you get into that, you want to see that smoothly on the screen. You don't want to see banding caused by the display and mistake that for a problem in your footage. Now for broadcast television, again, most of the deliverables, all the deliverables are 8-bit. So maybe there's not quite that much value, but still for camera shading purposes, for certainly animation, anything like that, where you have these ultra smooth gradients, it can be helpful to be able to determine whether the issue is with the source or whether the issue is with the monitor producing banding. And again, not everybody needs this, which is why we also carry monitors that are less than half the cost, that are just 8-bit and very good for general editing, on-set monitoring, and less color critical applications.
Well, I want to follow up on that. Let's say that your principal deliverable is the web.
Yeah.
Should you even bother to have a monitor, or can you just trust your computer display?
That's a tough question, and I think that if you are really color grading, then I think it makes sense to have a professional monitor. And the other thing that I try to encourage people to think about is that if you're doing it just for fun, then maybe not. If you're doing it as a business, if you're charging for it, you should have a professionally calibrated monitor that you can prove is calibrated well, and that with confidence you can go to your client and say, it is correct on this display, you are seeing it correctly. If you just use any old computer monitor, the problem is it's the wild, wild west out there in color, and you have no clue what they're going to be calibrated to. It could be way too wide gamut, things could look oversaturated, and there's just a lack of standardization there. So
I really, 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 really want a $6,000 monitor, but I can't afford it.
Yeah.
What would be a good entry level to consider, and how much should I budget for something like this?
So we have general editing monitors that some people even use for what I would consider light duty color correction, where they're just balancing a shot, not doing anything super complicated. And those start at about $2,500. And for that, you can get a professional monitor with professional inputs, all the built-in scopes. While it's an 8-bit panel, you still get full Rec. 709 coverage for HD. and you also are going to get 12-bit signal processing, 12-bit signal support. So again, you can still throw anything at it. It's just going to be using maybe more of a mid-tier type panel, not one of these super high-end OLED panels.
Should we get a monitor that's really big, like a 40-inch monitor, or do we get better picture quality if we're at a 20-inch monitor?
It kind of depends on your viewing environment. If you have a very large suite, then yeah, maybe you can get like a 40 or 50-inch monitor, and we carry a 50-inch professional reference monitor. It's too big for a lot of rooms. 24-inch seems to be a really good size for color grading, and it's something that's pretty widely used. Once you get smaller than that, you can still do that. For example, we have a 17-inch, 10-bit monitor that's very popular for field use that some people use in color correction applications. The only thing I would caution there is that once you get below about 20 inches, it can be very hard to see noise correctly. So noise can be masked by the very fine pixel pitch, and you don't see that as well. And if you're dealing with certain cameras that may have a lot more low-level noise, that's something you want to see and try to correct for. And a little bit larger of a display would make that a lot easier on your eyes.
For people that want to learn more, where can they go on the web?
Just go to FlandersScientific.com. We have over 2 hours of user manual videos that walk you through every feature that we have. You have all the specs, drawings, pictures, you name it, it's there.
Bram, thank you.
Thank you, Larry.